Today's game is brought to you in HD by EA Sports and Madden NFL 11. Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth, a brilliant afternoon in the Berg as we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And welcome to this exhibition clash between the Browns and the Steelers. What's the key to this game, Chris?
I'm really curious to see how Jake Delhomme approaches this game. He's had a few rough patches in his career of late, due in large part to some injuries. And if he's going to excel, it's going to be because of his athleticism, because of his mind, because of his decision-making as much as his arm. So he needs to make some really good, careful decisions out there and keep those interceptions to a minimum. On the other hand, Ben Roethlisberger, so athletic, the ability to create is really his forte. Gus, we've talked about it enough. Let's get it on the tee and get it on.
You're right, Chris. Two talented quarterbacks ready to do battle. And with that, we'll send it down to the field. Here comes the heat.
How many times do you see a team perfectly execute a blitz pickup and simply can't block the guy? And there's nothing the coaches can do there. They did their job, but the guys just got overwhelmed.
It's now 2nd and long following the sack. Rolls to his right. The ball is tipped away. 3rd down coming up after that incompletion.
Time to put up or shut up.
From their own 22-yard line. Look out, heavy pressure on him. And that sack will bring up 4th down as the offense couldn't get anything going on the series.
You know, it's difficult for an offense and an offense's ego to admit that you can't block somebody, but there are certain guys in the league that you just have to commit more people to block, and don't let it bother you. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And that flag was thrown in the neighborhood of holding. The pass is away. The pass is broken up. What a play. 2nd down for the offense after that incomplete pass. He's searching for a receiver. The pass falls incomplete. And now the offense will be faced with a 3rd down situation. Here they have a 3rd down and 10 to go. He rolls out to the right. He drops the easy pick. And the pass will fall incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, at the end of the game, you go back and you basically say what happened on third down, and you have a pretty good indication of how that game came out. Good play by the defense.
He'll bring it back to the 44-yard line. It's a pass. The defense just didn't match up well on that play.
Yeah, tough to match up one-on-one in man coverage against that wide receiver. He's pretty good.
First down and 10. Surveys the field. And he's tackled at the 17.
And tailbacks love that. Anytime they can get into the open field, think about that position. You're constantly pounding the ball inside and getting hit by those big linebackers. Now you get out in open space and you have a chance to make a play.
They're now threatening inside the 10. Handoff to the right. Rashard Mendenhall found some room and was able to pick up the first. They're going to pitch it. Brought down behind the line.
One of the tough things about trying to get a cornerback block is how athletic those guys are. If you're a fullback or an offensive lineman or somebody out in front trying to make that block, it's just tough to get a hand on those guys. They're quick.
They pitch it. It looks like there's a penalty.
Holding.
And this one looks like it's going to come back. That penalty will move them back a bit.
Sloppy play right there. The one thing you learn as an offensive player is you can't give away yards. They are just too hard to come by.
No completion that time, and it'll bring up third down. Looking for a man. Brings it in for a completion.
Well, that's just one of those impossible situations there, but they did a good job of adding some yards onto the punt. So essentially there, they were just playing for field position.
Pittsburgh is looking to go up by 3. He splits the uprights. Jeff Reed is responsible for the game's first points. They take a 3-0 lead. Let's take a look at the drive summary, which is presented by Verizon. Pittsburgh will kick it deep. Harrison is deep, looking to return the kickoff. Harrison fields it at the 3. Gets it to the 21. Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. Gives it to the back.
Well, that time the outside linebacker came on the run blitz. They got some penetration and shut down the play.
From their own 24-yard line. Harrison takes the give. Clark was there for the stop.
And as a play caller, when you see a successful running play like that, it makes you a little more confident to call it the next time.
Let's go. Be physical.
First down and 10. Hammered as he lets it go.
Yeah, they brought the blitz, and the offensive line just unable to pick it up that time to force the incompletion.
So they line up at the 31. Delhomme with the give. Gets about 4 on the play. And now it's third down. Here's the pass. Caught and dropped immediately. Has a man short to his left. That pass play goes nowhere. Delhomme hands it off straight ahead.
And that's why you send all those guys to plug up the holes, and that time there were no holes, really, and he was lucky to get anything on the play.
And they'll run him again. Another first down. That's their second on this drive.
And that can really begin to deflate a defense when those third down conversions keep coming. You can almost taste the water on the sideline, thinking you're about to get off the field, and then they convert another first down.
Moves to his right. The stop was made by James Harrison. Pickup of about 3 on the pass play. So they have it at the 34. Gets the pass off. And he's knocked out at the 24-yard line. They line up at the 24. Still a lot of time left, but at the end of one, the score is 3-0. They line up at the 24. They're going with the option. He's tackled at the 23-yard line. They line up at the 23. He takes a hard hit as he throws.
The Browns have a bunch of short completions, but they're not getting the yards after the catch right now, and that's because the defense is playing them very tight and making good, solid tackles.
Good coverage downfield. Lamar Woodley was there to bring him down.
The Browns will maybe get kick-started a little bit after that catch. Their passing game hasn't exactly been very impressive so far.
Delhomme gives it left. Touchdown, Browns.
Well, defensively in this league, you know you're going to have some running backs with moves just like that. And that time the defense just looked like they were stunned. They were no match.
Phil Dawson makes it a 4-point game. Cleveland holds a 4-point lead. And here is the drive summary brought to you by Verizon. Cleveland is ready to kick this one off. Logan is back to receive the kick. Logan fields it at the 8. He gets out to about the 25-yard line. Toss. He's going to be tackled for a loss. They go with the toss. Bowens gets his hands on him and drags him down for a loss at the 23. That brings up 3rd and 13. The Rock sitting at the 23. He gets off the throw.
Nice play that time. The defense came with the blitz there. He made a good read, delivered a nice ball in there to the open man.
They line up at the 43. It's the tailback. He's dropped down at the 49-yard line. So second down, the offense needs about 4 for the first. He's brought down at the 50. 2 yards.
The defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
Looks left. Here's a short pass. The Steelers are lining up to punt this one away. The ball goes into the end zone. Touchback. They'll take over at the 20. They'll go to work at the 20-yard line. Cleveland breaks out their Wildcat offense. They'll run the option. And he makes it out to about the 21-yard line. It's now 2nd and 9. Ball on their own 21. Delhomme hands off to the left.
And you love to see those linebackers playing downhill like that. Not just flowing sideline to sideline, but attacking and trying to get in the backfield.
Searching for an open man.
You bring a little pressure, and it impacts quarterbacks, and we saw it there.
It's 4th down. The Browns lining up to punt. He gets out to about the 48-yard line. The offense will start at the 48-yard line. Handoff up the middle.
The Steelers are simply getting stuffed on nearly every rushing attempt. They need to get a spark somehow because this just does not bode well for them.
They hand it off. And he's tackled at the 37.
Nothing makes a defensive coordinator cringe more than seeing that kind of run, because then it sets up the play action, and there's almost no way to stop an offense if you can't stop the run and you have to deal with play action.
Looks to throw it. Second down for the offense after that incomplete pass. Flips it out short to his left. Cuts back and he's dropped.
Yeah, the defense came with pressure, but they couldn't quite get to the quarterback, and they paid a price. He got it down there, picked up a nice gain.
He fights forward to about the 23. Goes through his progression. Going for the home run.
Well, it was the pressure on the quarterback that made the difference on that play. He just wasn't able to go through his reads, and it probably cost him a touchdown there.
Finds a way to get rid of it as he's hit.
And they really forced him to throw that one before he had a chance to read the coverage. You know, typically when they blitz, you end up in one-on-one coverage, but you have to have time to throw the ball.
It's up and it's good. Harrison corrals the ball at the 5. He gets out to about the 22-yard line. They go with the run. He makes his way to about the 38. So, as we reach the 2-minute warning, we would like to take the time to mention that as part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, players throughout the NFL will be wearing pink game apparel to raise awareness of the importance of annual screenings. The players will auction the gear through NFLauctions.nfl.com, with proceeds benefiting the American Cancer Society. Visit cancer.org for more information. Folks, it's a great cause. Here's the long bomb. Can't complete that pass. They can't hook up on that pass. Now the offense will be facing third down. Third down and 10 coming up here. Ball on their own 38. He rolls out to the right.
The Browns have been facing a pretty stiff pass defense so far. They haven't been getting too much on their completions, but that time, a big play, and that's exactly what they needed.
First down and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line. And he makes it out to about the 27-yard line. They're looking now at 2nd and 8. A minute left in the half. He's going to throw it. The Browns will take their second time out of the half. Dumps it short. And he drops the short pick. Here's a look at today's red zone numbers made possible by Old Spice Body Wash. Smell like a man. Man. Just barely gets rid of it.
And if he can get just a little bit more time, there are guys running open down the field. The pressure is getting close, but it's not there. He should take a fraction longer to make that throw.
And that's a catch. Pittsburgh calls a timeout. And that was their first timeout. Fourth down. They'll line this up, and it will be about a 21-yarder. Phil Dawson sends it through and gives them a 4-point lead. This is a good opportunity to take a look at the drive summary presented by Verizon. Logan fields the ball at the 5. He makes it back to the 25. The Steelers take the field looking to put together a scoring drive. They came away with 3 the last time out. He's dropped down at the 30. 5 yards. Second down. It's now 2nd and 5. He's dropped, and that's a huge sack.
Falls timeout.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
3rd down, 11 yards for the first. Give to the tailback.
We need some attention.
He's wrestled down at the 31.
Defense.
That's a huge mistake for the defense. You can't let things like that happen.
And look at the defense out there. They're just sick. You go out, you make a stop on 3rd down, and you give them the 1st down with a penalty. They're all sort of kicking the dirt right now. Under pressure, he felt the heat that time and was forced to throw it away quickly.
Passes it downfield. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. They go with the no huddle. That'll be it for the first half of play. The score is 10-6. Cleveland awaits the kickoff to start the 3rd quarter. And he'll return this one from the 7. He gets out to about the 25-yard line. He lets it go. Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped. Here's the halfback. Down the sideline. Feet don't fail me now. Touchdown, Browns. The Browns need just 2 plays to go 75 big ones.
When you have a back with that kind of vision, those big guys up front don't have to hold their blocks for very long because they know he's going to find that hole quickly.
Dawson adds the extra point. Dawson is ready to kick this one off. He'll start at the 8-yard line. He takes it back to the 29-yard line. On the delay. He's dropped down at the 29-yard line. Up the middle.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
Still looking for an open man. How did he catch that? Antoine Randall is proving once again that he's an extremely versatile weapon, passing the century mark and receiving with that reception. Short throw to the left. Should they have gone for two here, Chris?
No, I think that was the right call. At this point in the ball game, you definitely wanted to try to go for two. It's about a 50-50 proposition. They know the odds, just didn't get it that time.
The Browns will look to build momentum by getting another touchdown on this series. They give it off here. Just about 3 yards there.
The defense did a nice job there jamming the running back, bringing the outside linebacker on a blitz. Sometimes those outside backers a little more athletic and can really help stop the run. Well, certainly we've seen the Cleveland Browns trying to focus their turnaround on running the football. Another good run there. They were 8th in rushing a season ago, but just 10 touchdowns. So despite the fact that they want to stay focused on the running game, in the NFL, you still have to throw the ball to score.
And they can't complete the first down pass attempt. Second down coming up. From their own 46-yard line. They'll give it off here. Not sure if he reached it. They'll measure. And he did get the first down. Here's the throw. Is he going to score? Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns go nearly 75 yards in 5 plays for the score. They'll go for 2 in this situation. Dumps it out left. Was it the right call to try to pass it there?
Yeah, I really do think that throwing the football in that situation is a much better option. You know how hard it is to try and run the ball in on short yardage situations. You got to put the ball in the quarterback's hands. They just didn't get it done.
He throws downfield. And the tackle was made by Sheldon Brown.
Well, there's no question that last year under Ben Roethlisberger, the Steelers became a pass-first football team. He had a 100 quarterback rating, 28 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and this is a top 10 passing team now. So for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think the transition is complete. No longer the focal point, the running game. This is now a passing football team.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
It's now 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Dumps it out right. He breaks through. He's wrestled down at the 22.
The Browns suffered a major lapse in coverage that time. Ben Roethlisberger caught him in a bad defense on that one, saw the opportunity quickly and got it out of there. Nice job.
They line it up at the 22. He's brought down at the 18. 4 yards on that play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 6 yards to go. And the ball on the 18-yard line. Pass is short right side. That reception is good for a gain of 4.
Only gained about 4 yards on that play, but sometimes as an offense, as long as it's not a negative play, it's a positive play.
Has a man short to his left. He's dropped down at the 11. So they'll go from the 11. The halfback with the carry. Might want to start thinking of a different approach as this running game has been ineffective. The offense sets up 8 yards away from the end zone here. The give to the tailback. He's starting to show some frustration after another short game. This defense has really made it tough going. Short pass to his left. Right through his hands. He almost had the pick. The defender gets a hand on it, and that will bring up 4th down.
I don't know if that's the guy I want to pick on 3rd down when you have to have a conversion. He is tough.
Fourth down. They'll line up the field goal unit. This one from 24 yards out. So the score now, the Steelers 15, the Browns 23. And here is the drive summary brought to you by Verizon, the official wireless service sponsor of the National Football League. He returns to the 26. The Browns were able to put a scoring drive together on their last time out. He gets off the throw. Lawrence Timmons was defending on the play. They'll face second down and 10. The ball is on their own 26. Short throw to the left.
Jake Delhomme has a reputation as a bit of a wild thrower. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe it looks like he's almost aiming the ball. If he just relaxes and just goes back to the fundamentals of his mechanics, I think he'd be fine.
Surveys the field.
They brought the blitz that time, didn't get there, but did throw off the timing of the play to get the incompletion.
It's fourth down. The Browns line up to punt. He's tackled and down at the 37.
The Steelers did come away with 3 on that last series, but defenses typically know if they hold teams to field goals, it's to their benefit.
Do my thing, baby.
That'll make it second down with 10 to go. Ball on their own 36. Again with the run. He's wrestled down at the 42. A pickup of 5. That brings up third down. And third down, 5 for the first. Hit as he throws.
Just missed that time, bringing him down for a sack, but great pressure to force an incompletion.
There you go.
Fourth down. The Steelers are lining up to punt it away. He'll take off from his 18. I'm sure they would have liked to have gotten a little better return out of him there.
Yeah, he really didn't have much of a chance at all to make anything happen there. I mean, I know this guy's a dangerous punt return guy, but you can't do it on your own.
Harrison gets 3 yards on the play. They line up at the 21. Short throw to the right. Third down coming up after that incomplete pass. So the offense needs 7 here on third down. Avoids a sack by getting it off as he's hit.
Well, the defense didn't get the sack, but they got the next best thing, and that was a bad throw.
It's fourth down. The Browns lining up to punt. He makes it out to about the 47-yard line. The Steelers are trailing by a single touchdown going into the final quarter. They go with the pitch to the right. And he's tackled at the 48-yard line. It's 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the 48-yard line. Good coverage downfield. And that was the last thing the offense needed. Here's the call on the field.
Repeat, 2nd down.
So the penalty brings up a 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. Antoine Randall was the intended receiver on the play.
Good pressure that time, and they forced a bad throw. Not much he could have done with the pocket collapsing like that.
Big down for the offense as they try to make up a deficit here in the 4th quarter. He's searching for a receiver. So we'll probably see the punt team now after that incompletion as the offense goes 3 and out.
Not a very creative sequence of play calling that time. They just never seem to get anything going on that drive.
Fourth down. The Steelers are lining up to punt it away. Starting back at his own 15. With only a 1-possession lead, this one is definitely not yet in the books.
At this point in the game, you just go execute your game plan. Don't get too conservative. Forget that the scoreboard says you're winning. Just go play offense.
It's 2nd down and 6. Ball on their own 23. Flips it out short to his left. He's dropped down at the 30. 7-yard gain on the play.
Quarterback blitzes are dangerous for both the offense and the defense. Obviously, when you're sending one of the defenders out of your secondary, you could give up a big play. But offensively, sometimes those quarterbacks don't see it coming, and they get hit hard.
Passes it short. He's wrestled down at the 40. Catch number 4 for him with that reception. Short yardage situation here, 2nd and a yard. Dumps it out right. It's almost picked off. 3rd down coming up after that incomplete pass. Short yardage situation here. They'll need a little less than a yard to convert. And they didn't get it.
Yeah, they went to the run, hoping they would pick up the first down. Of course, I've been hoping to be a rock star all my life, and neither one of those things happened.
The Steelers have everyone on the line. Looks like they are coming after this one. The defense could do no wrong the last time this team had the ball. Searching for an open man. Good protection in the pocket.
And let's give the defense a little credit there. They are definitely playing him to possibly run the football. That time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him.
Still looking for an open man.
And usually you'll see a quarterback slide in that situation. A lot of times young guys in the NFL want to come out and put their head down, but usually those old war horses, they learn the hard way. You get hit, and you get hit hard trying to do that.
First down, 10 to go. Avoids the hit with a slide.
And sometimes as a quarterback, you realize it's not there. Just slide, get down, keep yourself alive for another play.
Checks down to the short pass. Couple of yards there.
Really nowhere for the wide receiver to go on that one. I'm not sure if the quarterback realized it was man coverage on that play.
Third down once again. Let's see if they can convert this one. He's going to pass. Arnaz battle. Made solid contact and popped the ball out of there.
That's just a big hit right there. No way the receiver could hold on to that one.
The Steelers line up to punt. Cribbs is the return man. Goes into the end zone for a touchback. And they come back onto the field, still up a score.
Well, it's definitely late in the game, but I still expect them to come out and try and move the football down the field. I always thought as an offensive player, it's much easier to seal the deal on the offensive side than to have to be on the sideline and watch your defense.
They hand it off again. He's brought down at the 32-yard line. Second down and 7 yards to go. Gets it away. The pass is tipped away. Ike Taylor with the coverage on the play. Third down and 10 coming up here. Ball on the 32-yard line. Harrison gets the carry. He gets out to about the 35-yard line. It's fourth down. The Browns are lining up to punt it away. Fields it cleanly, but they're right there to bring him down. He's dropped down at the 27. Jackson has been on a collision course with the ball carriers. That takedown marking his 5th tackle. Run right side. Gains his way to the 39-yard line. So, as we reach the 2-minute warning, we would like to take the time to mention that as part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, players throughout the NFL will be wearing pink game apparel to raise awareness of the importance of annual screenings. The players will auction the gear through NFLauctions.nfl.com, with proceeds benefiting the American Cancer Society. Visit cancer.org for more information. Folks, it's a great cause.
Ben Roethlisberger really let that one go. He's definitely got the arm strength to make those kinds of throws, and everybody knows that, but accuracy is still the key to winning in this game.
Opts for a short throw. And he's tackled at the 30.
The Steelers are putting together a good-looking drive here. That's their 3rd first down.
And this one looks like it will be against the defense.
Well, that certainly was a bad break for the defense, but what a break for this offense.
He passes it. And the Steelers will have a 1st and goal. And he's hit as he lets go of the ball. Here's a look at today's Red Zone numbers made possible by Old Spice Body Wash. Smell like a man. Man. Pass is short right side. Mike Adams was defending on the play. It's 3rd down, and they'll need 8 yards here for the score. Good coverage downfield. And it'll be 4th down following the pass deflection.
Just terrific play by the defense. They followed the quarterback's eyes, made a quick jump on the ball, and were all over that one.
So the offense will face a 4th down situation now. They'll need 8 yards for the score. Looking for a man. Comes down with it. Touchdown!
I'm trying to think of any scenario that they don't go for the 2-point conversion here. I really think that's the right call.
And with not a lot of time left in the game, they'll need to go for 2. Someone jumped early down there.
False start. Offense.
Well, that's more than a little humiliating for an offensive lineman. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to hide after one of those. And, yeah, they know national television is going to be talking about them as well.
The Browns will grab the onside kick. The Browns will start this drive at the 38. Harrison drops it. Fight for the loose ball. Who's got it? Cleveland is able to fall on it. The Steelers just took their first time out. Here's the give.
Pittsburgh calls timeout.
Third down now, 10 yards for the first. Inside give. He's hit, but he's still on his feet. Touchdown, Cleveland. The extra point will just about end this game.
And somehow, some way, the defense had to make a stand. They had to hold them at least to a field goal. But offensively, they were just too much on that drive.
Point after is good. Dawson gets ready to kick it away. Logan fields it at the 7. He brings it back to the 30.
Well, I always hate to say it's over with time still on the clock, but this one's over. If you want to, time to pad the stats a little bit now. A couple of cheap completions. Go home and tell Mommy you had a great game.
And he spiked it. The pass is away. They can't hook up on that pass. Now the offense will be facing third down. He throws short. He's brought down at the 36-yard line.
It's one of the dangers. You bring those extra defenders trying to get after the quarterback, and you're going to leave some man coverage on the outside. That time the quarterback able to take advantage.
The Browns have been getting back there, would you say, with ease? Goes through his progression. Heavy pressure, and he fumbles it. Pittsburgh will maintain possession. That's going to do it from Pittsburgh. Top plays are coming right up. Here's today's Swagger Player of the Game, presented by Old Spice Deodorant. Smell like a man. Man. Here's one for the highlight reel. It's the Doritos Crunch Time Play of the Game.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports and Madden NFL 11.